Alright, so I can't sleep for some reason. So I said, screw it, let's binge watch the Suicide Squad Isekai anime. And I gotta say, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's pretty entertaining, so let's talk about it. Also, before I begin this video, I do want to mention, I do apologize for the lack of content lately. I just haven't really had any motivation. I've been busy with work, but that's going to change. I got a lot of cool stuff coming up these next few weeks, so yeah. Sorry, I'm choking. Also, My Hero Academia officially ended, which, stick around for that video. Don't know when it's dropping, but my full thoughts on that will drop very soon. Anyways, yeah, so I binge watched the majority of Suicide Squad Isekai, and I gotta say, it's not bad, but it's not great. Like, this was one of those shows I put off for like a good while off my list because it just didn't really interest me. I think for a while I had Suicide Squad fatigue because, I'm gonna be honest, we've seen these guys pretty much since 2016. They've been splattered all over DC Comics. I don't know what's up with this like specific group of characters, because ever since the 2016 version, we've seen them anywhere from like animation, video game, like TV, film, everything. Like, they have comic books. Like, we've seen them gain more popularity, or like maybe DC's just trying to like push something with these characters. Like, oh hey, look, we got these bad guys who are actually trying to be good guys, but not really. Like, come on, like, yes, these guys are cool, but like at some point it's gonna get really annoying. It's gonna get sick, especially if you played the Suicide Squad video game that came out a few months ago. Like, that was trash. Like, I'm sorry, the game was trash. It just kind of killed the hype for like a lot of people. But when this anime came out, I actually heard pretty good things about it. Like, I didn't hear great things about it. I kind of heard mixed things about it, so I decided to kind of wait it out, and until I got to a certain point, then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna check this out. Let's see if there still is Suicide Squad fatigue. But I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the show so far. Now, granted, it does have its flaws. It's not the best story, but it's pretty damn entertaining. And I'm gonna be honest here, I do think this series would have worked better as a theatrical film if it was released as like a theatrical animated film rather than a series, like a 10 episode series. I don't know, because the story is pretty simple. It's not too complex, it's not too convoluted. I feel like it would have worked way better as like a 2-hour film, but that's just my opinion. Let me know if you guys agree with that. Spoilers for like the anime if you guys haven't actually seen it. I'm about to talk pretty much about it, but yeah, so essentially what the title is, Suicide Squad Isekai, that's pretty much the plot of the story. And like, think about it like this. So essentially, Amanda Waller opens a portal to another world, and what's the first thing she's gonna do? Of course, she's from America. She's gonna like extract the resources, gain oil. Hurrah, America moment. If we can't have your oil, then we're just gonna go to another world and steal your oil. Rah. You know what's crazy? Like, going to a different world is pretty much like your average Tuesday in the DC Comics world. Because come on, you got Superman, who's essentially a god. You got Wonder Woman, who's essentially a goddess, the daughter of Zeus. You got Batman, who's like pretty much urban legend, who's pretty much like beyond human. Batman is not human. Like, I don't care what anyone says, Batman is not a mortal man. The things he does is like insane. So pretty much getting isekai to different world is like your average Tuesday. Nothing too crazy, nothing about it. But for people who have never actually been isekai, it's probably something magical, something cool, something unique, which is what essentially happens to the this group of this iteration of the Suicide Squad, which consists of Clayface, King Shark, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, and Rick Flag. Now, their mission is to essentially like maintain good relations with the Empire that lives in this world, while at the same time trying to track down the original team that went into this world that vanished, that ultimately ended up betraying Amanda Waller. So like, they don't work for her anymore, they work for themselves, and they side with the enemy Empire in order to do, I don't know yet. And the members of that team essentially consist of Killer Croc, Enchantress, Ratcatcher, and what was her name, Thinker, as well as Katana. However, in the series, Ratcatcher is pretty much dead. Like, I thought he was an alright villain. Like, he's kind of a loser, not gonna lie. In the movie Suicide Squad 2021, they did her justice. There's two versions. They went with the dude version. of Ratcatcher. I gotta say, his abilities were alright. They weren't the best. Talking to rats, I mean, like, come on. There's only so much you can do with that. Katana, however, and in the anime, it's pretty cool actually. Like, she's this cool elite swordsman, and I really do like her character, especially when she's fighting against Harley Quinn. I gotta say that whole fight sequence was really, really well done. Like, it was choreographed really, really well. By far one of the best fight scenes in the entire series so far. Sorry, my voice, my throat hurts for some reason. I do like the way that some of the characters, like, whenever they enter into this world, that their abilities are somehow more enhanced. Like the Thinker, where his brain ability gets more potent, he gets more powerful, while in this dimension, for some reason, which is pretty cool, with him controlling like the elves. It's pretty cool you're seeing like his abilities be explored a bit more. Ultimately, he ends up getting like killed because he's just too OP. So like, the members just gotta like kill him, but it's not the members who end up doing it. It's pretty much Katana who ends up offing him. Enchantress, she's like this all-powerful wizard. She's too OP. Like, the members try to end up fighting her, but like, they couldn't really do anything about her just because she's like that destructive. Killer Croc, he was able to defeat King Shark with ease. Like, we're probably gonna get a rematch between those two guys, so I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with them. Overall, it's pretty much a simple story to follow. Amanda Waller like sends a new version of the Suicide Squad to capture like the original members who end up betraying her, and like at the same time these members have to maintain a good relationship with the Empire. And at the moment, the Queen, she's kind of hysterical. She doesn't really trust these otherworldly outsiders for some reason. My speculation is that like she has some sort of connection with Amanda Waller, like she's trying to fight her, or she's controlling like the generals, or she's been manipulating both nations of this conflict to fight one another in order for her to amass power. That's just my speculation, why she like despises like the Suicide Squad, because they keep getting in her way. Like, they keep winning victory after victory. Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention, like, this version of the Suicide Squad gets captured by this good Empire, but they ultimately end up making a deal for like, hey, you save me, I save you, and you do your thing. And like, at the moment, the Queen doesn't really like them because they're doing too much good, and like, it's ultimately making her look weak. But like, every time like they get brought up in the conversation, she goes berserk ballistic. So I do have a theory that she's kind of working with Amanda Waller, or she's been manipulating the events of this conflict, which is why she hates them. And I'm curious as to see where her storyline is. As far as the princess goes, like, she's pretty much interested in Harley for some reason. I do feel like this is the like that world's version of Harley Quinn, because we look at the anime, like in the background, like her and Harley look pretty much near identical. Harley before she became like the second-hand man of the Joker. So I'm curious to see if there's some sort of deeper connection between them. I might be speculating, but yeah, overall it's been such a fun show so far. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, this would have worked way better as like a 2-hour theatrical film. Like, some aspects of this show, like the CGI, like the animation, kind of gets weird at times. I feel like they save all the good animation for Harley Quinn. Like, they do everything in their power to make Harley Quinn just look utterly good. For some reason, like, there's not really a bad shot of Harley Quinn. Like, she looks good in every frame, like every fight scene she has. It's like all the budget went towards her, and all the other characters, they said, nah, we're gonna give all the money to like Harley Quinn because she's our golden poster, she's our golden child. Which, does it bug me a little bit? Yeah, I really want the other characters to have better moments. Like, Deadshot hasn't really had too much of a shine. Clayface has actually had that kind of stuff, like technology versus magic. It's pretty interesting. Obviously, we've seen that story done time and time again, but seeing it from the perspective of these characters who are pretty much villains in our world, but in this world they're considered heroes, is really, really interesting. And as so far, we're 7 episodes into the Suicide Squad as of the moment of me recording this, and it's not bad. I'm really curious to see how the conclusion is gonna end off. I will admit, it's pretty funny. Like, several moments in the show have actually made me laugh and made me think to myself, damn, this is really funny. Some of the things these characters do is like so dumb and so ridiculous, it genuinely makes me laugh. And overall, it's not a bad show, but it's not great. So if you're expecting like Demon Slayer level qualities of animation, of entertainment, you're not really gonna get that. But if you're expecting bad animation like Seven Deadly Sins, you're not really gonna get that. It's not alright, it's not great, but it's pretty good. Like, it's pretty good for what it is. It's made by Wood Studios, the same people who made Attack on Titan, who are currently making My Dear Friend Nokotan. Yeah, they're making this anime, which is pretty weird. Like, if you see the animation in My Dear Friend Nokotan compared to this, I feel like all the budget went towards that show specifically compared to this one, which is really insane to me. But overall, it's not bad of a show. It's not great, but it's pretty damn entertaining, I gotta say. But anyways, have you guys seen Suicide Squad Isekai? What do you guys think of it? I personally like it. I do like Clayface, how he keeps making Isekai jokes. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good. But anyways, that being said, I'll catch you guys on my next video. And yeah, also, I do apologize if I sound like raspy. My throat kind of hurts for some reason. So yeah, catch you guys on my next one. And yeah, peace out.